Look great, man.
Oh, shit.
Oh, God.
One sec. All good. Whoa. Okay, I can hear myself. Hey, before we begin, wouldn't be a podcast without a little marketing. Hey, everybody, this is Conor Holway with the Golden Hours podcast. And listen, dude. Listen real close. On January 17th, we have an event called GDP Hustle. Kev, you coming?
Always, of course.
Because
First
Kev...
one at the door.
Okay, well, Kev heard about the sponsored drinks at the event, so anything sponsored, Kev's attending. But we are pulling together a bunch of Boston-based businesses, brands, and startups. And we're 3 weeks out, and I can't tell you how many times I've already made the pitch. It's a good pitch, though, because initially I want to keep it a buck with everybody. I was nervous about selling something for $50 because I'm so used to, like, selling stuff for not that much money. But then over the past, 5 weeks, I've just, pumped a bunch of shit into the event to make sure that, I feel comfortable selling something for $50 that I know you're going to leave with potentially more than $50. And so now you're going to do that. There's a live pitch competition that's going to be on Mikey Bonker's YouTube channel. So you're going to get definitely thousands more views on some of your content, and you're going to pitch the entire space. You're also going to meet tons of people, which might not seem like a big deal, but everyone here who's shown up wants to build what they have going on. And so when you make relationships with people, what I've learned this year is that's when you kind of start getting to the bag.
Yes, sir.
Agreed. Also, our events are always mad fun. There's so much stress that goes into the events. This is just me being honest. But it's so dope that we have not had a not fun event. Everyone comes, they get loose, and they're always crazy. They're always nutso. And we love that. Right, Bix?
Love it. Giveaways, refreshments, free snacks. Love it.
Free food, everything. That's me being honest. If you want me to go real sales mode here, dude, honestly, we've been automatic with the events. We came up short once.
Pa, 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 pa.
Do you remember that, Kev? The launch party downtown?
I liked it. I thought it was dope.
It's because you got smacked for free. Here, wait, you got to go on the other side of the mic. Try now.
I liked it.
Do you remember it?
Yeah. I do remember. I got kicked out.
Yeah. But yo, I'm affiliated though, bro.
He's like, no, you can't come in. I was like, all right, my fault.
So you went home with the shorty.
What was her name? No,
Hey, not on the podcast.
Yeah,
On the
not
podcast.
on the podcast.
And listen, if you'd like to register for the event, hit me. There's also a link on Eventbrite. I'll be on my phone for the next 3 weeks. We're going to sell it. We're going to do at least 65 tables, I think. Right now we have ballpark mid-20s. We're 3 weeks out, and so I think we'll definitely execute on the 60 because you know how that snowball effect happens? Remember the Middle East? It was oh my God. Because you hype it for so long, and everyone's like, dude, what are we going to do in the next 3 days? It gets crazy. Additionally, hey, everybody. This is Conor Holway of the Golden Hours podcast. And if you by chance get any sort of value from this episode, whether you laugh, cry, you're entertained, or you get some information, dude, just share it with a friend. And if you don't have friends, you
Should be listening to the podcast.
Exactly. Agreed, Kev, right?
Agreed.
Okay. I know a couple people out there is like, dude, I love podcasts. I'm like, all right. You can like them, don't love them. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Too much of anything is not a good thing. Nonetheless, who we got in the building?
It's me, Jack Bigelow, graphic designer for Golden Deer Productions.
This is Kevin Parrington Turner, also known as Sir South. I'm an entrepreneur.
Oh, you're really embracing that now, huh?
Yeah. Well, rapper, battle rapper, journalist, screenwriter,
Producer.
Actor.
Actor.
Definitely an actor.
Oh,
Definitely
man.
an actor.
Everything.
Party goer. Life of the party.
CGI specialist.
And that's what you're into now?
Really
I'll do mine. Okay. MC, editor, coach, producer, director, podcast host, executive producer, event planner, event organizer, e-commerce specialist this year. Whoa. Cinematographer, can't forget about that. I do make beats. Oh, and you can't forget about the Haunted House 2 tape. I'm a rapper, bro.
Yeah. Haunted House 2 is coming soon.
Coming soon. Hey, whatever happened with you and Allie's
Oh man.
tape? Yo, did you see the video I sent you?
Yeah, I showed my mom. She laughed.
Jack, you saw that one too? It was awesome. It was. We don't even talk about it on here, but it was great.
Yeah, put it up on the podcast, like right now.
I think that'd be a little intrusive. We just start putting up home footage of ourselves. I'd like to just leave that to my family. I think it was a moment. Nonetheless, so today is December 26th, 2019. I wanted to run this episode to serve as a document, just because that's kind of the one thing I really, really. I like the podcast for a couple of reasons, but that's one thing, is just because you can see the growth, and it's like a day-to-day hustle, and you can see everything all the way through. And so there was a moment last year at this time, which is crazy how fast the year went. And I know people say it all the time, but there was a moment last year where we had all been at New Year's, and you guys remember, you guys were like, yo, Conor, where'd you go? Do you remember this?
Yeah.
I just went and I wrote down my goals for the year, and I had 3, and I got 2 of the 3 done.
And you wouldn't talk to us the whole night.
Exactly. I was serious, man. I was serious about getting it done this year. Would you disagree? I was pretty serious about getting it done.
Oh, 100%.
Absolutely. And so I just wanted to I wanted this episode to serve as a document now. I'm not going to, again, Kev, we had talked about this before we ran, but I'm not going to speak too soon and just talk about it, but I'm going to get something done this year. And then when we run the episode in the year, I'll have a tangible product, God willing, that everyone stays healthy, that I'll be able to screen at this time next year. I don't know if we'll be in marketing mode yet for it, because I have ideas for that, but I don't want to put that out there because it might take more time. But the product will be done this time next year. That's mine. What about you, Kev? What do you want to get done in 2020?
Well, just if I'm being completely honest, just keep doing what I'm doing. To be honest, I think this year has been a really up and down year, but the ups were really, really good, and even the downs were still really good. Anytime I failed at something, I didn't really fail at it. So, I mean,
you learned a lesson.
Yeah, I've written for Walden Television Network, Dorchester Reporter, Bulletin newspaper. I have my own blog, and another newspaper. I'm just forgetting the name right now, but it's just keep.
So they're not cutting checks.
Yeah, and I had a battle on Smack. Hopefully it's dropping 2020, and just drop another music, some more vids skits. I'm trying to get into that. I have everything written. I just gotta shoot it. So just go harder, or keep the same energy into 2020.
Bix, let's hear it.
Hey man, I'm just trying to build a house and rehab this shoulder.
Will they be done by the end of this year?
They're definitely.
It's the end of the week.
That's a good question. I hope so. I will put all the effort I can to get them done within the year, but can't make any promises.
You should just promise yourself.
Yeah, listen, man. Health is one thing. House, yeah, I can promise I'll get that done within the year, but it's always a work in progress when it's something that you build.
Absolutely, but it's the same shit as your body, though, right? Your body's product.
Yeah, so exactly.
Could you just go to totally 3,000%?
So yeah, I can get it to a degree of good, but it's always going to be a work in progress for the rest of my life.
So, did you want to start the network this year, the blog? Was that a goal of yours, or did that just pop up?
Well, one of the downs of this year, I tore my Achilles, so I was on bed rest for a while, so I couldn't write for any newspapers, but I was still I gotta write, I gotta do something. So I came up with that, with the blogs, and when I was doing newspapers, I wasn't necessarily able to write about sports all the time. It was a lot of local stuff, so I wanted to write about sports and music and pop culture. So I just started that, and then I kind of got addicted to it, and then I kind of had bigger dreams to expand it.
Was it because you could try out anything with the platform?
Yeah, pretty much.
Didn't have to have a singular focus?
Yeah, I want to turn into a streaming service of all of my content.
A platform for all your stuff.
Yeah, like a streaming, like literally, I don't like Disney Plus, but just like all stuff that I've made. Because when you look back on it, I think I've done a lot. When we did the Coach Connie videos, all the rap battles I've done, all like the tapes I've dropped, music videos, like I have a lot. And just put them on one place and have people come here and just like shit they can just watch nonstop.
Where can the audience find this blog?
It's the ssn.com. We're gonna fix that. You gotta pay for the domain. It's gonna come soon. Just type in the SSN on
Yes,
Google.
sir.
You'll
Yes,
find
sir.
it.
The SSN.
Yes.
Who made the logo?
It was an Instagrammer. I forgot your name.
Shouts out to you.
But I paid for it, so it's all good though.
Why did you hit Jack for the logo?
He did. He asked me during the event.
So
event?
what happened to that?
I just never heard back from him.
What event?
The event over the summer mass cast. He asked me while we were setting up for it, and I told you I couldn't do it until after the event.
Oh yeah, I got impatient.
I feel you.
That was one thing I got to work on next year is like patience.
Tell me about it.
Like if someone said, yeah, I got you next week. I'm doing it now.
That's a good thing though.
No, it's really not. It sounds good. It sounds like, oh, you're really dedicated, you're really determined, but no, you gotta have patience. My bad, Jack.
It's all good, man. Still love you.
I kind of disagree though. I think you need to have patience for something long term, but I think in the short term you don't. I think anyone who tells you do, it's a lie. Because that's how procrastination happens. If you wait, it just lingers, and then you just don't have the same energy for it later.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and you just don't do it. I know a lot of people who like, yo, I gotta rap. Yo, I want to rap. Let's make a song. I was like, yo, I got a mic in my house. Never see him come over. You know what I mean? It's just like, you just got to go and do it. So I get it. But, there's times where it's like, all right, you got to just wait a little bit. You know what I mean?
I don't.
Okay.
I think you do, but okay.
A little bit, right? You got to wait sometimes.
I actually don't. I like this year, I was like, if you look back, everything that got done was because it was short-term impatience. I was the whole year. It just didn't stop. It just go. And things got done because of that.
Yeah.
Ultimately, what I'm learning, though, is like, it was very easy for me this year to get caught up because I didn't take a break. And so it was like, there were times where I felt like I was just hacking at nothing. And I was just like, I couldn't see things with fresh eyes. And I just like kept hitting the same thing over and over. And so one thing I got to work on, which I don't know how it's going to happen, is balance. Like I have no clue how to do it. How do you do it? Do you do it?
Balance? Now, towards the end of the year, I've realized like you've got to have balance or else you'll go insane. So it's just like you got to just make sure you get enough sleep. There was a point in time where like I was on go and I did not sleep.
Yeah, that shit scared me a little bit. Honestly, though,
you got to sleep.
That's when you really start to slip. Is when you lose sleep.
I think that's what balance is: sleeping. And once you wake up, just go.
But there's times where you can be overconsumed when you're woken up too. Like, dude, there were days this summer where my screen time was like 11 hours a day, and I was like, oh my god.
How are your retinas doing?
Whatever, it's a dub. Also, drank a lot of coffee this year. Yes, sir, baby boy. That shit's amazing.
You keeping going?
Oh, yeah. That's never going to stop.
Going harder?
But what did I tell you this year? What did I tell you was going to happen?
I don't know. What did you tell me?
I quit the fucking cake. I quit the cake.
Yes, you did. Yes, you
I
did.
quit the cake. I stopped smoking crack entirely.
What is he talking about?
Methamphetamines.
When I was smoking that meth pack back in the Dizzy.
What are you talking about?
Adderall.
You know?
I don't know.
the devil's Skittle.
The devil's Skittle.
I quit the crack pack this year.
Nice. I'm proud of you.
Sometimes I miss it a lot.
But I think you've proven that you don't need it, which is really impressive.
I'm worried sometimes that my brain's rewired for good. Honestly, it really probably had an effect, for sure.
It's a strong medication, and you abused it. So
yes. I was doping. I'm gonna be honest. It's performance enhancement for productivity. So I was saucing. I had some tough nights off that cake and that sugar. You know what I'm saying? Also, I drank a total of 2 times this year. I smoked a total of 0 times this year. God.
It's like, yeah, no one knows how many fingers you put up.
So, also, I got thin this year. Leaned out. I was a little chunky. Like, looking back, I was like, damn, bro. It's because I was coming off that surgery. You feel me? I was looking kind of like a grapefruit. You know what I'm saying? But then this was the year of starvation, too.
What's chunky to you?
Chunky's like 4% body fat.
Deadass.
That's what I'm
like,
saying.
what?
No, I weighed in today at a smooth 184.
I think that's unhealthy.
No. Do you know what I was at this summer, dude?
160.
He's like 6'3". That's unhealthy.
Bro, so
Okay.
I was like looking in the mirror of my car, and I was pulling up to Southie, to Jerry's crib, and I look into the mirror, and I could see just like not like pump or anything, but I could see the vein through my forehead like this down
Like
to
Harry Potter.
down to my nose. But it was like no flex anything, and I saw it from far away. So I was like, I'm walking around with this like avatar spike in my face. And so then I go upstairs, step on the scale, right? 166.
Jeez.
I was like, yo, this is fire. I was like, yo, you guys got to get with it. I'm happy.
What do you eat?
Nothing.
No, I eat now. Did you guys eat fat yesterday?
I did. Yeah. I fast, though. I've been fasting for like a good 2 months.
What are you doing for the coffee, though? You putting that cream in the coffee?
I don't drink coffee. I drink water, honestly. Just water.
No more Borfy?
No more morphine. No.
You're the milkshake king.
I love Dunkin' Donuts caramel iced coffee.
I got some
Extra
good
cream, extra
memories of me
sugar.
and you going to that one at Concord, like late night.
Get a large.
Oh, we'd get a large, extra. So that's 4 sugars, 4 milks, 2, and then we said double pump the caramel.
That sugar blast.
I'm trying to go after this.
I might have to try it.
That'd probably put me out for days.
Honestly.
Are you still black on the coffee or
Always
no
black.
no stevia?
I never did that shit.
I can't do black coffee.
Why?
It's just bland. I'd rather drink water.
They're like 2 totally different beverages, bro.
But the coffee, I don't know.
You're not fucking with it.
I'm not fucking with it. It tastes like beans. It just tastes like the beans.
I think it's something you acquire over time, don't you?
You gotta get that dark roast because that light roast literally tastes like bean water, and that's
Yeah, that
nasty.
you talking about that breakfast blend?
Yeah, those are gross.
Yeah, no one's rocking with that at all. Yo, what did you get for Christmas?
I got some nice shirts. Got a little
That shit's
speaker.
fire. Shouts out to Auntie for that.
Shouts out to Anker's team for the custom GDP shirt swag.
Bam. And what else you get?
Some nice kicks.
Kicks?
Yes, some nice dress shoes.
I got some of these Umbros on right now. You see these joggers? Yes, sir.
Oh, those are looking nice.
I'm looking cozy.
I like that color. I like that color.
Kev, what'd you get, bro?
I got some sneakers. I asked for some nice pillows.
Oh, yes, some pillows.
Yeah, some nice ones.
Like,
Nice
family
pillows
came
is
through with
big,
the
man.
pillows?
Don't
Yeah.
joke.
Okay.
They had to. I got a Fitbit watch.
Oh, fire. How many steps you do today, bro?
Let's look. I haven't worked out yet.
Yeah, no, it's cool, but how many steps? I'm glad I know now because I'm going to compete with you every day.
Wait, what?
What? 5,800.
Cool.
I haven't gone on my run yet.
All right, cool.
Oh, you going that late night?
Oh, you got one too? We got the same one.
bro. How many steps?
Wait, how long have you had that? A while?
That's like 2-3 months.
Oh shit. But you just, yeah, I wasn't really looking for a competition.
I wasn't either, but you brought it up. That's another thing this year. Became a competitive psycho. That's never going to stop. A lot of just testosterone. Well, I found my sport. Know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for
I
sure.
found my sport this year. This is my sport. I was never good at sports, remember? Coaches never started me, remember?
Always been competitive though.
Always been competitive, but could never really channel it. This year,
100%.
channeled it. Okay. So, when you reflect on the last year, did you get it done?
Yes.
Good. Bix,
Big yes.
you did.
Mhm.
Anyone gonna ask me?
Did you get it done, Connor?
We executed very well. But I'm going to be honest. I also learned this year that I didn't set goals big enough either. You know what I'm saying?
I agree. I wish I had done some bigger projects. I got some good projects done, but I wish I had done some bigger ones. 100%.
You graduated school though.
That was huge.
Nice.
Congrats.
Got a lot of work done. Made some money. Stayed healthy.
I know. I kind of feel like that 23 year was like that. It's like loading. It's like you just picked your character for the video game, right? And you just clicked it, but then that was that loading screen, and now the game just started. 24. That's what I feel.
2020 it's gonna be a good one.
I have a good feeling about 2020.
I have an incredible feeling about it. But
Last year I did not have a good feeling about the year. I'll be honest.
You walked into that thing saying, "I'm fucked."
I was like 2019. I feel like someone's after me.
Did anyone get you?
Nah, I was good.
You ran.
I was on a sprint.
I'll say another thing. Jack and I have found a better rhythm this year, much better than the year previous in terms of finding a niche. And I think we both realize now that we move at different speeds, and it's good for us to be separated.
100%.
I need to be locked in. For Jack to hit his creative sauce, he needs to be separated.
And I also have to give a huge shout out to the GDP team, because without them, honestly, it would have been a lot harder.
Throw me an alley oop real quick, because I was gonna get to that next. Right here.
Oh, sorry.
I want to shout out a couple characters. One, shout out to Frankie Films this year. Frankie Films. I'm gonna be honest, Frank. You're habitually late. But Frank, you are an incredibly, incredibly dedicated worker once you start something, and for your age and your talent, you're gonna be a monster in 5 years. And I know I say that now, like, because if you think about it, we essentially started doing stuff like 4 years ago, right? 19.
Really got into it like 2 years ago,
Mm-hmm.
but it started 4 years ago. Yeah.
My first coach, Connie, was in late 2015.
Yeah.
Handshakes. That was the first thing I did. And Frank is going to be an animal. Like, he's going to be a beast, dude.
100%.
And we got a big project this year. Okay. Next, another alley-oop. Throw it.
Whoop.
Pass it to Kev. You want to thank anybody? Thank anyone?
Everybody.
Okay.
You.
Throw it back. Throw it back. Slam. Shouts out to Big Fresh this year. Big Fresh was there an integral part of growing the podcast. Huge thanks to Freshie. Also, very insightful. And every time we run an episode, I feel like he's like, he just wants to make sure it runs right. And it alleviates me a lot. And he's like mad multi-talented. And he started the app.
And he stays fresh.
He did swag. He's got some swag.
No joke.
Okay, pass to Kev.
Everybody. No.
Okay. There's got to be someone you want to thank, right?
Actually, a big thanks. Friend Gabby, she's an actress. She was in a few films, like real films. She helped me get in a student film as an extra. But like, I recently went to the the premiere of it, the screening, and I gained like a new love for it. Like, I really want to do the skits this year, 2020. Yeah, remember when you saw me at BU on a tour? Because I was thinking about like going there for writing. So yeah, I want to thank her because it kind of lit a fire under me to like really want to do it and invest in like learning the craft of it.
Pass. Shouts out to John Scott and Josh Schubeck.
Yes. Shout out to those guys.
Major shouts. Could not have built the show. I've been over this because John came back up, but could not have built the show if John wasn't like, yeah, all right, I trust you. You seem like a lunatic. I'll give you the space in the mornings. Shouts out to Jay Skizzy.
Got it.
Throw it to Bix. Let's hear it. Anyone?
Hey, big shouts out to Conor. He's a great guy.
Okay.
And he continues to push everyone on the team to be better.
Pass.
Thrown.
Big shouts out to the GDP intern, Sarah Slugs. Huge shouts to Sarah Slugs. Sarah Slugs is now on board. She's rocking. She's socking. She's editing footage and come next school semester, she'll be live producing the podcast. And I'm just anticipating, I'm saying it now, there will probably be less podcasts this year than there were because I need some time. I don't need like time to like wait. I need more time allotted so I can do other stuff. South.
Big shout out to Dee's father,
Nice. Mr. Nathan.
Mr. Nathan.
See D's last name.
Well, he helped me a lot. He gave me a lot of good advice on journalism and like the business of it and like how it's changing and like how to adapt to it, and giving me a lot of connections and helped me networking in that field. So shout out to Mr. Nathan and giving me my first car.
Mitsubishi.
Yeah, the Lancer.
That thing was fresh. Got it. All right, big shouts out to Sammy Spielberg, my little brother. He's a great guy, great editor, hardworking.
Also wildly hardworking for his age.
What is he, 15, 16?
Turning 16. Really scooped him off the wafer wire.
This guy is a beast and just a great kid.
Literally could not have accelerated things without the team effort at all. Couldn't happen.
At all.
All right, but throw it at me. Sammy Spielberg, shouts to you, brother. Okay. Shout out to Peggytron for letting this happen in this studio.
Warehouse 11
We're in the back of the warehouse.
in Somerville.
That's also where our event is. Kev's like, who should I think?
Stoop Kid. Stoop Kid helped me a lot with my last tape and what we're working on now.
No, you dropped a project this year. I sometimes forget because it was like earlier in the year.
It was a long time ago, yeah. And we're working on some new stuff. So Stoop Kid helped me a lot. Thanks, Stoop Kid.
Can you tell us about the new tape?
It's different from what you've heard of part of it.
I loved it.
The concept is completely different.
I was also wrong when you sent me those 3 tracks.
Mm-hmm.
I said track 3 fire and track 1 fire. Track 3 is great, but I meant track 1 and track 2 is actually my favorite.
Like the freestyle.
She
one?
working.
Yeah. The tape it's a different vibe. It's a concept project.
You sound more confident and you can hear it.
Confident and happier. Which is I think
I'm so happy.
which is a good mix. Sounds great, honestly.
Hey, I'm excited for it.
Yeah.
And can I tell you my theory for you, if you care?
I do care.
I know. I care what you think, too. I think, again, I said this to you when we were, like, 21. I was like, yo, you're just going to be a product of just, like, a project after project after project. And you've already noticed the more stuff you do, the further you get. Would you concur?
Yeah. That's definitely true. For sure.
You're going to be a product of hard work.
Yeah. Lately, I've been a huge Childish Gambino fan. So, like, really studying how he came up and, like, part
so
of it
fly, girl, you're so fly. I want to lay on your stomach so bad.
I've been listening to, like, a lot.
You've listened to that?
Tapes. Yeah. A lot of his old tapes.
You're really going through it with the shorty,
You
bro.
watching those old sketches?
Yeah. All
Bro
of it.
rape.
Yeah, that show's mad
He's
fun.
like, come on, Todd. You want some beer?
Some Dave Matthews.
He's like, come on, Todd. He's like, come on. You want to drink a couple Coors Lights? Come on, Todd.
Wait, so if I say this year, that's who I've like, not studied, but I'll say studied. Who would you guys say is like this year you've been?
Bix, who you been heavy on?
Who have been heavy on?
Who influenced you the most this year?
Honestly, I can't really think of anyone. I just take, for inspiration wise, I just kind of absorb everything that I can, and I pick off little things from there and then. But I wouldn't say that I specifically look to one person for any guidance.
I have 3. 1, based on concept of the show, Rogan, for sure. Absolutely. I mean, I don't know anyone else who really has a show similar in terms of just like mixed basket. In terms of building, Cousin Stiz, absolutely, and building something in Boston. Studied him hit up his manager thousands of times this year. I've been hitting his manager up for like 3 years, dude. And Tim, honestly, hopefully you come on here eventually, man. I'm sorry. I am persistent psycho. And then 3, always study Drake, of course.
That's dope. And Kanye.
I like Kanye's tape.
I do too. There's a couple great songs on it.
And the videos were sweet.
Oh yeah, those little snowmobile cars or whatever they are. Those
The
massive tires.
Mars
Those things are
rovers.
sick looking.
He's a genius.
He really is, but he is a little tapped.
Hey, name one genius that ain't crazy.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
But hey, we gotta stay healthy out here. That's a fact.
No, we don't.
Oh, okay, push it. Sorry, my bad. Push it to the next level.
Push it. Keep going.
Mental health is not important.
I'm already gone. All right. What do you guys not get? I'm already nuts. It's over.
Yeah, but you keep it on the level where you're still on this planet.
Push. Wait. Reality. Wait. Oh, almost off the cliff. Help me back up.
Yeah, you still got your foot on the other side. You're still good.
No, I've literally this little string. I'm just like waving in the wind.
Oh, the
You know what I'm
twig.
saying? Like,
The roots are slowly
just let me
falling.
drop. They're like, no, Connor, get back up. I'm like, no, let me drop. It's like, no, we love you, Connor. Come on.
It's like you're leaving reality.
I'll see you guys. And then I just grab my other hand, just stab into their hand, and I just drop into the abyss. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. I'm also going to say another thing.
Okay.
One, you guys having fun?
Great time.
Great time.
Biggs, I want to hear your favorite episode this year.
Favorite episode? I have to look back.
Dude, there have been some great...
Well,
We're talking real selfish right now, but there have been some, like, totally crazy episodes with, like, really sick people on here. Like, really, really amazing people have come on this show. My show is amazing.
well, first off, I mean, I can't say. I mean, it's a little biased, but the trip to LA with all the podcasts was great.
That was sweet.
Just a little change of scenery. So I did like all those podcasts.
Can I tell you my favorite part of that trip was
Sure.
literally your meal at Adib's crib. It was like actually my favorite part.
Oh, when I chefed up for
Jack
you.
made this smacking meal.
And
dope.
It's a great chef.
You got to go to LA and go alone. Don't tell anyone you're going.
I
And
also
then when
That's my vibe.
And then when I call, don't pick up. Remember that shit I told you about my dad? Like, it's like, here's $200. Don't talk to me for a while.
I do remember that.
and then I guess you could consider the Masscast was a great podcast episode.
Biggs, obviously, the Lit Twins.
Was that in 2019?
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
that was in the spring.
And then
Lit Twins.
honestly,
Meat Boy. That was 2019, right?
the Mike Rosa, and when we had Manny Bermudez up, and then they had the fight. That was kind of a
Oh, Charles Rosa.
Charles Rosa. Sorry, that was a fun experience.
That was sweet. Yeah, both fighters beforehand. That was sweet. Mayors. That was pretty sweet.
Right? Yeah, Mayor right in between.
Both mayors. Dope.
That was huge.
Yeah, that's some moments. That's a moment to have like
Both fighters.
both fighters, and then to watch it, and you're like, yo, I know these dudes, so it means more.
One thing I also knew was going to happen this year is after Luke Bars came up with all the dudes from Van Buren, I was like, yeah, I think these dudes are they're moving as a unit. Like, I think these dudes are going to start doing some crazy stuff, and they have. They're going to, like, I think this next year they're going to be, like, huge.
I could see that.
I was like, yo, these dudes are moving mad cohesive. Like, this hasn't been like this since, like, early Boston music. I have some sort of Twitter hater out there that nobody knows about because I haven't acknowledged it.
Oh, I don't have Twitter, so I wouldn't know.
Someone called me a culture vulture online. Like, yo, what happened to you support Boston artists, bro? I'm like, yo, bro, honestly, just wanted to try this stuff.
Hey, man, we're allowed to have more than one interest. It's
No,
okay.
we're not.
Oh, sorry. One-dimensional forever.
Exactly. Do the same thing always.
Dry, bland, granola.
Also, I want to give it alley-oop. One more alley-oop.
You put it in your pocket.
Bum, bum.
No, that was yours. There were 2 balls in the game.
I'm doing
it's like we're juggling.
All right, bounce pass, bounce pass.
Bounce pass.
Yeah.
That's going to be a tough one, dude. There's a lot of tables here, man. All right. Give me that Steph Curry bounce pass.
Sink it.
Well, that wouldn't really be a bounce. That's like a hook. That's a hook pass.
Hook, but like powers straight to the ground.
That's like NBA Street Larry Bird type hook shot.
Exactly.
All right. Toss it.
Ballin'.
Remember when Adam used to shoot? He does. No. He does. Oh, I want to shout out Bix.
Thanks, man.
Bix, big shout out to you for elevating that graphic game like crazy. I gas it huge, but there is actually not a better graphic artist than you in Boston. It's the truth. He can do anything, literally.
Thanks,
Learn how to animate this year.
It's a fact.
You can take on any graphic design project.
That's a good point.
Anything, and I don't even. There's some stuff I got to talk to you about after this, but your artistic ability with the computer. I know you don't want to do computers, but there's something that you definitely have is in your wheelhouse that is going to be like, whoa.
I will do it all.
Yes, you will. Yes, you will. Okay. Kev, anything else on your mind?
This year I've read a lot of books. A lot. Like when I was on bed rest, I read a lot of books about Steve Jobs, Tina Fey, a bunch of like just successful people, autobiographies, see how they came up. So I've learned a lot.
Those are my favorite books, autobiographies.
I think those are the best books to learn from, honestly, coming from the actual person.
Who I would say you're definitely like way more success minded this year, for sure, than previous years.
Mm-hmm.
And I wonder if that's because your environment's changed. There's not as many shorties and booze around.
Yeah, that probably is it, right? So yeah.
I mean, you got to think about we're at an age now where it's like, okay, it's up to us now. It's like, let's get it done. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
One thing I learned this year is like complete accountability. Like everything that's going on is like because of me, the good and the bad. It's the truth. Like I think we have complete control over our situation.
I don't think 100%. There's something like when I tore my Achilles, I had to not beat myself up.
But
like,
do you think you put yourself in a position to?
I was just playing basketball.
Yeah, not even to be like a dick, but like, do you think it was like your fault that you tore it?
No, but like, I mean, like, I'm just saying, like,
I'm gonna sound like a dick, but it's just like, I mean, could you have been a little faster on the court, bro? You know what I'm saying?
Maybe the G-man was just trying to slow you down.
Yeah, man.
Well, maybe the G-man was like, yo, I'm gonna put you in a terrible situation so you can build up and be way more tough and way stronger.
That's what happened when I tore my ACL, started battle rapping, and then I tore my Achilles, started the blog. So
Pretty wild.
Yeah.
How about me? I was at the depths of my soul starting GDP. Played tough by Shorty. Built Adderall boy out of probably the worst mental health of my life.
I think we're alike. You built Adderall boy, I built Glamorous Death.
In terrible spots.
You guys definitely work off of pain, that's for sure.
I'm mad vengeful. Turn it to creative.
You definitely feed off the negativity. Hey.
Yeah.
I do too, unfortunately.
I would not agree for myself, but
You do better with that support.
and creativity.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Well, creativity for sure, but I mean, like you can operate from the dark side and the light side.
Yeah, they're one and the same for me.
Word. Okay.
It's like,
Bix also didn't cut his hair this year either.
oh yeah, I didn't cut my hair. We're at I don't know, 18 months now.
Yeah. Are you
For
getting
real?
comments daily?
Oh,
Allie was like, "Why doesn't he just cut that thing?" It's like, it's stupid.
listen, man, I can do whatever I want.
You can, but is it like a defiance thing for you?
Hell no, it's just something I could try and do.
Okay.
I used to have long hair when I was younger. I want to do it again.
Okay, but what I'm saying is, for you, will there be a certain point where it's like, yo, cool, I proved, like, I got it done.
Yeah, 100%. It's not a forever. It's like not like my favorite thing. It's just annoying sometimes. No bully.
I was gonna say, if you got a buzz, you just be like, "Whoa, oh my god, look at this beautiful lineup I got. Oh my god, I'm crispy."
Yeah, I can't be doing all of that.
Yeah, you could definitely do this cut.
Yeah, but I can't be doing the weekly haircuts.
But you cut your beard.
Oh yeah, I stay with the trim beard.
You should have let the beard grow, man. Honestly.
You just like the top was unkept. I couldn't do like the bottom unkept.
Kev's your lineup looks great.
Because like you keep it clean, so it's a little different. I know you keep it long, but you keep the up top kind of clean. So it's like, it's a balance.
It's all about balance, man.
So I gotta balance the lower part to look nice.
That's what we gotta name this episode, balance.
I like that.
I think I'm gonna name it "Good Guys on the Podcast." What do you guys think about that?
Yeah, I like balance.
Yeah, balance.
Oh, okay. Sure.
Good.
We'll do balance. Do you just want to call it balance? Or balance schmalance? Put a little marketing sauce on it. Also, I'll tell you another thing. The amount of content we created this year was insane. It was nutty, but not enough.
The Balance Bros. The Balance Brothers.
The Balance Brothers?
I like that.
I kind of want to call it a timestamp. 2019.
I can kind of mess with that.
How's this?
We'll
Whoever
talk.
uploads it can do the title and do all the descriptions.
All right,
and
Sammy Spielberg.
release it on every single platform. And, tag everybody and make sure every line's good and look up the correct hashtags and put up all the keywords. Whoever wants to do that can pick the title because that's the only good part about doing it.
Okay. Wait, what were we talking about, though?
Balance. Okay. Here's another question for you. You still like your job?
At the group home?
Mm-hmm.
I like it because I get to write articles on when it's quiet, like today, because it's the holiday season. Like all the kids at somewhere else, so I work on a lot of stuff while I'm at the group home. So I do like it.
Does it give you structure?
Mm-hmm. It gives me structure and it helps me use my time well.
You're more productive.
Yeah, way more.
What about your heart?
Huh?
Man, something doing like that, I feel like it would be something good for your soul.
Sure.
Shit, sorry, dude. I'll just shut up. I'm so sorry.
I'm such an idiot.
Bullshit, bro. I only have one team because community service project. Don't tell anyone.
Dude, I'll just leave.
Yo, also, Bix. No, nothing.
Wait, do you like working for Jerry?
It's been very interesting.
It's like, what?
I've learned.
Wait, can you compare your first year? This is your second year, right? Working
Yeah.
with him? Compare your first year to your second year.
Way better this year.
Okay.
Tenfold. Because I just took more initiative and I realized it's in my blood, in my genetics, I can't have a boss. It's just my genes. And so this is one situation where I will never take it for granted because it's I have a boss that's not really a boss that lets me help build. And it's mutualistic. So it's I'm all right, listen, I'm going to build this up, but I'm going to get this for building this up. And that works for me. I've also learned a ton from him as someone who's has basic disciplines on building his career into something major. Mind you, this dude has sold 20 million plus books, right? Big deal. Also, dude has given me no handouts, which is a good thing, I think. Don't you?
Yeah, 100%.
We've done a lot, but he's taught me a lot about just being totally, just not giving a fuck what anybody else thinks.
This story is really, I
Yeah.
when we went to, I keep saying that when I went to his loft and asked him mad questions about how he started, it's pretty inspiring to me, to see his loft. It's damn, and he started kind of later in life, so that made me even more damn. At any moment, shit can change. You know what I mean?
I'm very unlike him, but he just showed. He was dude, if you just have a drive and you just put like everyone gasses stuff up, but like he's like, if you're just like disciplined and you just literally work hard every day and you're nice to people every day, things start to move. One thing I've noticed with you though a lot is, and I've tried to alleviate it this year myself, is you care about your age a lot, or like you feel like you run out of time sometimes. Do you feel that way?
Yeah, a
Well,
lot.
Elaborate.
Yeah, it runs on my mind a lot. Just wanting to be, successful as soon as possible.
Have you enjoyed the ride a little bit more though this year? Because I definitely have personally.
Yeah, for sure. It took me to places and like I met a lot of like dope people. Like the harder I worked, like it's shown, and I think next year is gonna show a lot. But still, I mean, I'm better with it now. Like I don't care as much now towards the end of this year but that's only because I see the movement happening. I see
Momentum.
I see my career like moving now. But like early in the year, it's like when you're working hard and you don't see it.
You need results.
Yeah, you're kind of like, all right, I'm this age where like I don't see anything moving. It's like, all right, what now?
I think that's natural. You know what I'm saying? But that's some things I think you can't control. For me, it's not, and it's going to sound like quintessential, but for me, it's not if it's ever going to happen. For me, it's just pretty much when will it happen.
I see it as, you see yourself in these high positions and you have these high hopes and you know that you can be in those positions. And so when you're not in those positions, it makes you feel like you haven't accomplished what you need to be doing, or you feel like a failure because you already envision it for yourself. And because it's not there physically in your hands, you feel like you haven't done enough or you haven't done whatever.
Yeah, exactly. But I think for me this year, it's more like, it's just like more of a journey. I think.
You gotta enjoy the journey.
What more can you do? This is the truth, and this is coming from me, who's like always like, we gotta do more. But what more can you do if you work every single hour of every day at what you're trying to achieve?
There's nothing more you can do. That's all you can do. And that's why, like, when I read all those books and I talked to a lot of people for advice, and it's just like the common denominator was just like, it really does take time.
What is successful to you? Like, is it a financial thing? Is it a status thing?
Being able to like do what you love to do every day and get paid and make a living off of it.
Make a big living, or do you care how much money you make?
Make a living off of it.
What about you, Biggs?
I would say similar to Kevin, and I also say independence is a big one too.
That's success.
Success in the mind of I'm doing something that I love, and I'm surviving off of it, not struggling, and yeah, I'm doing it independently. That's huge for me too.
For me, I have just certain visions that like I need to make happen. So, like I just have certain things in my mind that I've just thought about for so long that I need to make happen. And once those things are achieved, I'll be like, okay, checked it off the list. But one thing, I don't want to be that guy who works so much and then I get there and I'm not satisfied. I don't want to get there and feel empty. It scares the shit out of me because I realize like, I am gifted with a lot of things, and like it's genetic for me to be able to like have a motor and move, but I don't want to be that dude who gets there and it's like, damn, I got no friends. Damn, I got no love in my life. Damn, was it worth it? Damn, I was tearing other people down. Like, I don't want that to be me at all. Scares me, honestly. Another big fear I have is like, one day, I said this recently, but like one day someone's just going to reverse all the work we put in. It scares me so much. Fuck, man. You know how terrifying that is?
It's Russian hackers, man.
It's a fact, though. Like, not even like hacking into an Instagram or something, but just like one day it's just like all like done. Or before you reach the point, it just gets cut short. Death scares the fuck out of me. It has this year. Does it scare you?
I wouldn't say so, but I understand what you mean. I get what you mean.
Death scares the shit out of me. I've been thinking about it nonstop, like past like 3-4 weeks. Like, dude, the fact that you can just be like, lights out, like, that shit's crazy, you know?
It's not up to you.
I know. What do you actually think happens when you die?
I have no clue. I have no clue. Don't even know.
Do you have any idea?
I have no answers, but I do believe in reincarnation.
You think there are people who've been born twice? One thing I can't piece together is what is deja vu? How does that play into the whole? There's some things that go on in our life that can't be explained that seem weird as fuck.
Yeah,
isn't
like
there?
I feel like I've been here before. Like I've seen this before, but I don't know. Like I know I haven't, but you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
I know what you mean. Yeah.
But I mean, Bakes, we've been over this. Like, there's some things that happen, and you're like, wow, whoa, that like this seems like surreal. You know what I'm saying?
And if you stay in the right mindset, it happens even more than you think.
For better and for worse.
Yes, sir.
Like, I'm trying to think of one I had. Me and you had a conversation after the Middle East. We were in my car. We were driving. I was like, yo, what's next, bro? Like, how do we get to the next point? How do we push to the next point? And I remember feeling like, dude, this literally feels like a movie. Like, it feels like I'm rewatching this. It was really weird.
I feel like a movie for me, too.
Just really weird, you know?
Yep.
It's some shit you can't explain either. It's like really strange. Do
Yep.
you have any belief in like a higher power or like any sort of spiritual being?
Yeah, Jesus, God, Christianity.
Like classic Bible God?
Mm-hmm.
Did you go to church yesterday?
No, I usually go like Easter.
Do you pray?
No, not really. I'm not that religious. I mean, I went to church when I was younger.
What do you think about like destiny? Do you think it's real?
I was just thinking about that. I don't know. I think about that a lot too. I don't know. I try not to think about that because you drive yourself crazy thinking like if something's meant to be, it'll happen to you if you just work hard. But like I don't know. I really don't know.
I think it's a lazy way to think.
Yeah, that's why I don't think about it.
One thing I
try
go ahead,
not
Bix.
Try not to.
I think we don't have a defined path. I think there are infinite paths, but I think that things will push you in a certain direction, and it's up to you to either act on those things or not act on those things. But
I actually totally agree. I think that there's sometimes higher powers. They'll toss you an alley-oop when you're on the way of something, both good and bad. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you'll catch a break. You're doing things the right way. You're totally focused on one thing.
Yeah. I was thinking. Oh,
go ahead.
I was thinking on the way here, like when Drake in the interview, he was like, "There's some higher power. Like I can't even explain this. Like I'm not this calculated." And I was just thinking, I was like, he's right. Like if I was him, I would think the same way. Like with God's plan, the way he explained it and how it dropped and ended up being his biggest song. Same thing as Hotline Bling. Like all these, like it's just some people. I don't want to say luck, but you know, it's just like there's something happening. You know what I mean? I don't know.
I totally agree, and I think there's like a higher power pushing people a lot of time. But like, I think one thing that's totally irreversible is like working hard. It's part of the equation.
you got to move forward.
And speed is part of it too. Speed and like hard work and I think positivity. How much better stuff has happened to you this year once you start thinking good thoughts?
A lot. Yeah.
Pretty wild.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think, Bix?
I agree.
See, and this is another thing. This is going to seem totally hyper crazy, but like we're watching this now. I know we're going to be at a different point in like 3-4 years where we're just like watching this. We're going to be like, damn, what the fuck? Like, I knew this shit was going to happen, bro. I know that's going to happen, you know? It's crazy shit.
Just got to keep moving, man.
Okay, here's one final question. How important is financial success to you?
That's a good question. Because right now it's like I'm not the most successful, like financially successful person, but I feel good where I'm at.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean, career wise. So it's not that big to me. You know, I went to, I lived in the city of Boston, and then got bussed out to Sudbury. So I saw both sides, and I seen both sides unhappy. So to me, it's like happiness is important, very, 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 very important to me. You know, when I was going through shit in high school, like I realized like no matter what happens, I just gotta do like what makes me happy. Like fuck money, fuck everything else.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the number one thing for me. So financial thing, it's good, like you need it, but it's not the number one thing for me.
What about you, Connor?
This year, I want to be able to make enough money. Money's a way to keep score, is what I'm realizing. It's the truth. It's just like a scoreboard thing for a lot of people. And a lot of people, this isn't to discredit anybody who's totally money driven, because I want to make more money myself. I would love to make more money, and I'm going to make a lot of money in my life. But I think if money's the only focus, you haven't found some sort of purpose. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
There's better driving forces, I think, in your life than just money. But with that being said, I do want to make enough money for all my friends to be able to like, oh, okay, you want to go shoot this movie? Sure, I got the bread for you, bro. Let's go do it. Biggs, you want to go build this house? Sure, I'll do it. I'll toss you whatever you need. That's what I want. I want to be that resource to be able to accelerate everybody else's shit. And it's always been important to me. It's always been important for me to be the successful friend who can help alley-oop all my other friends and family. It's been that way forever for me. I want that for everyone. I want to be the one to do it. Like, how was that? I think I'm going to cry.
That's powerful. I like that.
Well, with that being said, this is another depressing podcast from the Golden Deer boys. But also, I want to slip another thing in. I still live at my mom's house.
Huh?
At least everyone knows now.
What?
It's like no one heard. I swear.
Well, everyone knows now. You heard me, right?
I heard you.
Okay. At least you know. At least everyone knows when we get to a certain point. That's what's going on when I was 24.
Feel free to rewind that one back.
Also, shorties, you guys played me this year.
It's coming for you, 2020.
2020 is a different story. I'm young, handsome, young bachelor. You know what I'm saying? Yes, sir, baby boy. You know me. It's
like what?
Also, has anyone seen my compiled thoughts as Twitter? It's
Nah.
Dude, it's like anime of like a minotaur like having sex with a naked chick. It's like the craziest shit. Like, what the fuck is going on here? He's like big mood 2020.
No.
I've been celibate for 4 weeks. It'd be shit like that. I'm like, bro, what?
What?
Yeah, new music. My proud thoughts.
Yeah, that song's hitting.
Yeah, we got some new music.
Also,
Nice, like that.
here's a classic South, right? I'll use a snippet of his song that hasn't been out yet. He'll text me, he goes, do not use this for promotional or video purposes.
Because that's not ready.
Well, dude, it's like he's going to like press a lawsuit. It's like go to court.
Hey, it's happened before.
Dead's ass. I forgot about that.
What? Oh. Yo, never mind.
Also, we got to talk about it.
Also, got some real haters this year, too. That's one thing I think about a lot.
Doesn't that mean that you're doing something good, though, if you got haters?
It's great, and I haven't fed into it that much, but, like, what is there to hate? We're being honest with you guys about what's going on here. We have no negativity going on here. We work full speed at the things we love. There's nothing you can really hate on. You can be mad that you might have had an opportunity jacked from you because you weren't on the ball, but, like, other than that, no, there's nothing you can really hate, bro.
It's a fact. But, hey, let them hate if they want.
You bring it. I actually do want the smoke. I'd like to have a nice like GDP beef sometime soon.
Okay, let's not push anything.
No, I'm just messing. No negativity. Okay. Listen, I'm gonna actually just edit this myself, I think.
Okay.
So I'm trying to think of like the clip. We'll just do one clip. What clip should we use? Actually, no, I'll send it to Spielberg. I'll just pick you up, bro. Just simple edit on this. But what clip should we use? Should we plug the event, or should we like do some promotional right now?
I think we're just doing one clip.
Let's do one clip. Side picks, you two.
I think it should be all three of us, but okay.
No, this one is about you guys.
Yeah, sure.
This was not me being vain about my own thoughts.
It's like, dude, you talked for more than half of it.
Dude, you guys were talking the whole time. And it was your idea to set it up. Okay. What should we do for clips? Should we do a GDP Hustle plug or?
Well,
Actually, no, Kev. We could pull a classic like 2019 was great. See you in 2020. You know what I'm saying? Give them like a classic advertisement. Like,
Okay.
all right, let's do it at the same time. So we'll say, "Hey, thanks for 2019. We'll see you guys in 2020. Happy New Year." All right, you got a better idea?
So, yo, 2019's been a great year. Can't wait to see you next year.
It seems like
More wins.
It seems like kind of boring.
Okay, well, the other one seems a little cheesy.
All right, how about I'll toss you alley-oop. I'll toss you the alley-oop.
Okay.
Is my hand in frame, Jack?
Yeah, your hand in the frame. Just a little bit of it, though.
All right, so we'll start. You just toss me alley-oop. We'll do some classic Coach Connie improv.
All right, quick toss. Whoop.
2019 was an incredible year.
2020.
You're supposed to catch the pass one more time.
All right, quick. I got the ball back.
Throw it.
Tossed.
2019 was an incredible year.
2020. More wins. More life.
Throw it back. Slam dunk.
Smacker.
End of the clip. All right, Bex, whenever you're ready.
3, 2, 1. Goodbye.
How long was the whole
Yo,
thing?
this is Sir South and this is my call.